Okay, guys, evil does not exist. You know, in philosophy, that's one of the first questions, and one of the only questions, if you're lucky. Just kidding. If you take a general course, if you take any philosophy, this will be one of the questions that you're asked. This is basic in philosophy. This is foundational in philosophy. This is one of the main questions in philosophy. What do we do about the problem of evil, and how does it relate to God? Some people fall into the category of, let me get there. Well, God exists, and there is evil, therefore he must not be a good enough God, or he must hate us, or he must hate me. Oh. Okay? There are other people who say, well, evil exists, and therefore God does not exist. And then there are other people who say, well, I choose to believe in God. And there are other people who say, well, I have no choice but to believe in God because I've been faced with it many times. And then you start to develop an understanding about who God really is. Okay? Here's the thing. Evil does not exist in nature. In nature, you take literally anything, literally and actually anything in nature, and evil does not exist there. Okay? I'll take you to the worst example that some may be able to speculate about evil being there. And I'll best it for you easily. A baby elephant fell into a mud hole, and it sunk down, and its mother was too far away, and it got stuck there, could not move. Slippery mud up to its very, very high back line and eye line. And a mother lion with her 2 cubs happened upon the baby elephant who was stuck. Easy meal. Those 2 cubs and mother were close to starving. Nature said, here you go. For those of you who needed that perspective, For those of you who don't need that perspective, it just happened, like things do. You can DM me, yes, by typing in serpent period psychic. I may be scary, but I'm real friendly, I promise. Actually, I can also be friendly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, DM me on Instagram for a personalized reading. And again, that's serpent period psychic. And you can get what you're looking for. I'll tell you. But right now, we're doing this. Right now, we're talking about how nature doesn't have evil. Take the worst example of something terrible that happened. We've got a baby elephant drowning, unable to get out or find its mother, and a mother lion with her 2 cubs that are starving. Take the perspective out of it, and you've got an evil lion with her 2 cubs preying on a helpless baby elephant. This is what you came here for. Looks pretty evil, huh? First, we're going to put some science behind it to debunk its evilness. Number 1, that baby elephant, while being eaten, had numbing chemicals dispersed throughout its body. So it did feel the first few bites, and then it had numbness permeate throughout its body. And it had everything shut down, so it was unable to even try to move. So it could make peace with dying on its way. That family of lions, you don't see that. That's very non-typical behavior. Usually, what the herd does is they kind of sacrifice one another, because everybody in nature, every living organism in nature, is connected to their intuition just by default. It's the default in nature. You're connected to intuition. And when you are connected to intuition, you have seemingly magical abilities, like being able to sense where your next meal is, how to get to it, and how to get it. Now, put that in society perspective. That's killing. Of course, killing is evil, isn't it? Okay, well, why don't you take the animal agriculture that you are blindly ingesting from grocery stores every single day and call that evil? You don't like being called evil, do you? Because you're not. You want to know why you're not? You gotta eat. Even the most unethical person is not evil. If you're unethical, it kind of depends on how much you know, what you can afford, how much you're trying, and the factors that are out of your control. And your ability to recognize, or your inability to recognize, what factors are in or out of your control. And then it depends on your priorities. Because yes, other people can look at somebody who has not put ethics as a priority like they're unethical, but is that really what they're doing from their perspective? No, absolutely not. So your power kind of is powerless. DM, Serpent Period Psychic for all this to be personal to you. I will tap into the fifth element that is around you. And tell you what's in there. Stuff like, what are the people around you thinking about you? Stuff like information that's around you that's trying to get to you because you're calling for it. Keep in mind, actually, never mind that mind, and say personalized reading. $50, $75, $125 for deep healing. If you're in Missouri and you want to get out of Missouri, just do it. So, back to evil does not exist. You've got desperation in your society. but not evil. You've got some bad business models in your society, but not evil. People make enemies by misinterpreting or not understanding another person's actions. And then, after the first perceived attack is made, and the decision from the receiver is made that, oh, that person did that to me purposefully, and what am I going to do back? That's how enemies are made. If you want to not make enemies, if you want more peace in your life, if you want more abundance, happiness, fulfillment, gratitude, peace, joy in your life, stop making enemies by understanding others' perspectives. By knowing their true intentions. By understanding that it's fear that makes people lash out. Fear of something not real, something that they imagined was happening or going to happen. And that is what the mind does. That's also what the heart does if it's been hurt recently or is still hurting. This is a reading I did for somebody. Readings get better as we become more familiar with each other. Readings get better as we build trust. Readings get better as time has enough to influence where I can reach and where you can be open to. The vastness of space is endless and can seem like nothing and everything at the same time. Many facets twinkle. You want to touch them. But all you can do is reach out and look. Amidst, held, from or it comes from within you. It comes out of you. And it is the same vastness. The same hypnotic twinkling. The same created smiles, faces, lips, and emotions. Flight. Twinkling. The ego says, oh no, it's too much. I am not the sky. But you will see when you die out of this small container. Step. Expand. It doesn't have to be. It's green, purple, and yellow, gold. It has no shape permanently. It feels so good. I want to get back to that bitter feeling and stay there forever. What you gotta do? You want to shoot your shot? Turn the portals to the time that pleases you. Time Master. you want to be someone. Be it. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it there.